All right, guys. So like I said, tonight we're gonna run through the dollar index, the majors, and the metals. All right. I've cleared my charts so that we can analyze them together with fresh eyes. Okay. I'm going to run through the strategy in detail, and I encourage you to take notes. Very simple instructions. All right. Good. So that's why. Now when you guys are marking up your charts, right? I want you to first look and see what the market is telling you. So before you add anything on a chart, have the chart clear that you can look and at least see what the market is telling you, because it's going to tell you a story, right? So for example, you can see that here we're in the downtrend, here we are in the uptrend. This is before you add structure, before you look for imbalance candles, before you try to figure out whether or not you should buy or sell. You need to at least be able to see the chart with an open mind. So we're on the daily time frame. When you're marking up your charts, do top-down analysis. It is important, right? Because you need to have an idea overall of what the market is doing on a bigger time frame, and then you can scale in on lower time frames to see which part of that move you want to participate in. Because I guarantee you the market may be looking to buy on the daily time frame, but you may be in a retest on a lower time frame that is probably selling or have the market selling, and you can participate in both, right? So so let's look. That's why daily time frame. What I will do to mark up this chart is that I'm going to look at the previous trend. So I'm not going to look at the current trend because the current trend is an uptrend. So the previous trend is what I'm going to use to add structure onto the chart. All right, previous trend. So we're going to look at this downtrend here, and we're going to start adding structure. Now, the structure. How do you identify structure? I gave you a relatively simple way of identifying structure, and that is using the MACD, right? I explained to a beginner the other day that you can look at the MACD as the red zones being the valleys and the green zones being the mountain tops, right? Red zones being valleys. So if you think about a valley and a mountain, all right? Red zones being valleys, green zone being the mountain top. And you want to identify both as we come down into this downtrend. So this is a mountain top here. Green zone starting here at the top of this downtrend, right? So we're gonna add a horizontal line there. Then the market crossed over to give us a valley down here, right? So if you look, price is pointing us to this direction here. So we have a mountain top, we have the valley based on the daily time frame using the MACD. Okay, from there, it's telling us that we have a mountain top here, right? And we have a valley down here. Right? It's telling us we have a mountain top here. We have a valley here, which is relatively close to the last one. So I'm just gonna move this just a bit. There we go. Right? So we have those marked up. We had a mountain top here, which we've already identified, right? Valley here, which we have already, right? Then it's saying that we have a mountain top here. Right? That's the daily time frame. That's it. That's structure on the daily time frame. So every single horizontal line that I place on the chart just now is the daily time frame structure. So now I'm gonna go down to the 4-hour time frame, right? Where price is currently at. So what we had was a break of structure, but then price came right back inside. So for me, this actually faked the move because we didn't have a break and retest and a continuation up, right? Now the way how structure works, I just told you guys how to identify structure on the daily time frame. That same strategy you use on every time frame as you scale in. You're using the MACD. It helps you to identify clear structure. This strategy is simple. Once you identify structure, all you are waiting on is for a break of structure. So it's important that you identify structure, right? First, because once you have that mastered, it's easier for you to then say, okay, how am I gonna trade this particular pair? What's really happening? I don't know what's happening right now. The market just, I can't understand it. I don't know how to read it. Fine. Identify structure, right? It's gonna help you. So again, the strategy is a break of structure. So once you have a break of structure, you look for a retest. Once the retest is confirmed, then you can have a continuation to whichever direction structure was broken. It is that simple. Identify structure first, then wait for a break of structure. Once you have the break of structure, wait for a retest. Once you get the retest and it's confirmed, then you can look for entry. So we have daily structure here. Now, using the 4-hour time frame, as you start to scale in, you will have structure on lower time frames, right? Because you're expanding the daily candle into smaller candles. So there will be structure on lower time frames that you wouldn't see on a daily time frame. Right? There will be structure on the on a lower time frame that you will not see on the daily time frame. Why? Because the daily candle, when you start to scale into the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame and even the 15-minute, you are expanding that daily candle into smaller candles to see the activity that would have happened during that entire day. So smaller structures will be formed within that daily time frame. Everybody with me so far?
Yes, with you.
Yes.
Fantastic. Good. So on the 4-hour time frame, what we're going to do is that using the current trend, because everybody can see that we are in an uptrend. Everybody agree that we are in an uptrend?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So an uptrend, for those who are new, all you're looking for, higher highs and higher lows. Given that I have mentioned mountaintops and valleys with the MACD, uptrend is higher mountaintops and higher valleys, right? So the mountaintops, as we continue to go up, will get higher, and the valleys will also get higher. That is an uptrend. Okay, so we are in an uptrend here, and you can see it clearly on the 4-hour time frame. So with the 4-hour time frame, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna try to fill any areas that we would have missed on the daily time frame because we're starting to zone in, right? We're starting to zone in. You can also just adjust some of the lines if you want, if they're close by. That can help you. Let me just not, right? So let's look at here. Let's start from here because the others seem to be sorted. Let's see. 1 second. I'll tell you now if it's all sorted. So let's start from here actually, from the start of this uptrend. Let's go from here. So we have a valley. We already have that on the daily time frame. Then we have a mountain top here. That's what price is telling us. We have a mountain top here, right? Then it showed us that we had another valley here. You can get that if you want. It's quite close to the daily valley. Price is showing us that we have a mountain top here. This is on the 4-hour time frame. So we have that. Good. Price came up, gave us another mountain top. We already had that from the daily time frame, right? Came down and gave us a valley here. We already have that from the daily time frame. Okay? Came up, give us a mountain top here on the 4-hour time frame. Came down, give us a valley here. We already have it from the daily time frame. Mountain top here, 4-hour, we already have that. Valley here. Mountain top here. Right? You have a valley there. And you follow on with price. No. Ordinarily, when you start to become an established trader, when you start to feel strong with your trading ability and you feel like you can, that you're mastering the charts, then you don't have to add all of these lines to your chart. You can just deal with the current situation, which is what I tend to do. But if you're a beginner or you're trying to grasp knowledge on this particular strategy that I use, or you're not that strong in trading and stuff like that, my advice is practice this. Don't mind that it's a lot of lines, but I will encourage you to practice it because it teaches you structure. It helps you to box in the price as it moves in consolidation before it takes off again. It helps you, right? So I encourage you to practice this. But what I would say is that when you become better at trading and stronger in the skill set, then you don't need all of these links. You will just need a few to identify the current scenario. The major structures, what you would need once you get strong in this. Okay, so let's continue here. So we have here, and then it's telling us that we have a valley here, right? Price consolidated for quite some time. Then it brought to the downside, came back up, came right back into the zone. So we didn't get the retest because it came right back inside, right? And then it brought to the upside, didn't give us a retest and came right back into the zone. So if I was looking at trading the DXY, and I'm going to be very honest with you, if I was looking at trading the DXY, for me, because we have structure, I would either be looking for this, a break of structure, retest, continuation, or I'd be looking for this, break of structure, retest, continuation. Very simple. This part here, the retest, is really important because this could happen where you get break of structure and then price comes all the way back inside. Takes out that entire move. So ideally, this will be my analysis on the DXY. All right. That's on the 4-hour time frame. Let's scale in some more. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. Let's see what price is really telling us. So, on the 1-hour time frame, let's see if we have any structure on the 1-hour time frame. And we don't. So the only other time frame that I would go to is the 15-minute time frame, right? So 15-minute time frame here. Now, the reason why I suggested going to the 15-minute time frame is because, as I said, you can catch a trade on every time frame that you use. The major time frames that I tend to use are daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, and 15-minute time frame. Those four. I don't use anything else. Daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Right? The daily to get the overall view of the market, the 4-hour to scale in, but still getting the overall view. The 1 hour, I looking to see the opportunities of the market. So on the 1 hour, I am looking for opportunities to enter the market. And if I can't have, if I don't have good structure, and by good structure, I mean if structure is not nearby, or I can't understand what the market is really telling me on the 1 hour time frame, then I will scale into the 15-minute time frame. All right? Because on this 1 hour time frame, what I saw was a break to the upside, right? Came all the way back inside. And I don't know what's happening here because it faked out this move. This move did not happen, technically, right? It just brought to the upside and it came all the way back in. And it did not break to the downside either, right? So I'm going to drop to 15-minute time frame and look for some structure. Now, on the 15-minute time frame, what happened was that we have some structure here. Where is it? This is the low, so it's saying here, right? This is structure here. So the market was above here, and then we had a breakout to the downside, right? Scaling in. So you had a breakout to the downside. Now on a 15-minute time frame, if you were looking at the DXY, what I would tell you for now is that the next move I'll be looking at is for the DXY to fill this entire drop, come back up here and retest, and I'll be looking for this move to occur. Because I can see what price is telling me on the 15-minute time frames. On the higher time frames, it's moving a bit indecisive. But on the 15-minute time frame, if I was looking to catch a move with the DXY, I have structure, I have clear direction, right? Price gave me a break of structure on the 15-minute time frame. It actually didn't give me a retest here, but it actually never gave me a retest of structure, right? So breakout, retest, continuation. The retest, you're looking for the retest around structure if you have a strong breakout. Revert to the other videos that I would have done on weak breakouts versus strong breakouts, right? With a weak breakout, you know that you're looking for a retest back inside the zone that price would have originally been in before it broke out, right? With a strong breakout, you're looking for a retest by structure. So what I'm telling you is that in this case, with the DXY, I will be looking for a sell here at 15-minute structure. So I will let price come up here. Let me see if price will come up here, give us a retest, and then come back down and sell in within this zone. That's a 15-minute trade. If we're looking for long-term moves, then for me, price needs to give me a break of structure here. So I need a break of structure here and a retest continuation, or I need a break of structure up here, retest and continuation to the upside, breaking this high. So I would need the 1 hour highs and lows to break, or the 4-hour highs and lows to break. But with the 15-minute time frame, right, I can catch a move because I had a 15-minute break of structure. We didn't get the retests yet. Wait for price to come back up to here and then look to sell. I'm making sense? Everybody understanding me? Following me so far?
Yes, coach.
Only Vin?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
yes.
Yes, please.
Everybody else? Good.
Yes.
Fantastic. Good. So that's the
Yes.
move on the DXY, right? The DXY, smaller move will be a retest here, and we can catch a move within this. So if you look at it on the forward time frame, prices has gone back into this consolidation area. So if I need a bigger move, right? If I need a bigger move, I need a break, retest, and a continuation to the upside of this high. Sorry, let me move that. Of that high, the last high. Or a break, retest, and a continuation of the last low. All right, so let's go on to Euro USD. See, start from the daily time frame. So, daily time frame, right? I'm currently in the downtrend. But for me, when I look at the market, I can see things. I don't know if you guys can start to see anything. But when I look at this entire move, if you spend time on the charts, practicing structure, breakout, retest, and so on, you would start to see things before you even add a structure. I'm not saying not to add structure, but I'm saying you train your eyes to see what the market is telling you. So without me adding the structure right now, I can see that this is structure here. You see this area? Let me mark this out. You see this? Structure. And then here, right? Break a structure. Right? And then here, retest. So you know what's gonna happen now? Continuation to the upside. You guys see that?
Karen, what makes you think that it'll go up and not down?
You had a break a structure on the daily time frame.
Uh-huh.
You never got a retest. Price has now come back into the retest zone.
Okay.
So break a structure, retest, continuation to the upside. So the strategy works on every time frame. Just because the time frame is a bigger time frame doesn't mean that the strategy doesn't work. It works on every single time frame. The strategy is break a structure, retest, continuation. That's what we have, right? So let me clear the chart. Let's identify structure. Let's start from the previous trend, like I would have mentioned on the DXY. So we have an uptrend here. Let's identify structure here. Okay. So we have daily valley, right? And all of this is telling me is a daily mountain top. No, this is a good point. When you're marking out your valleys and mountain tops, using the MACD, please to use the highest point and the lowest point. So for the valley, wherever you see the red zone, look for the lowest point of that red zone. For the mountain top, wherever you see the green zone, because this is the green zone, it starts from here, and it comes all the way up here before it goes back into creating another valley. This is the highest point of the green zone. This is structure. We have a valley here, came back up, give us a molten top here, came back down, give us a valley here, right? Came up, give us a molten top here. Then we have a valley here. Molten top up here, right? Valley here. Molten top there, we already have that. And then it's telling us that we have a valley here, right? Then it's telling us that we have a molten top here. That's daily structure, sorted. All you have to do is follow the MACD, right? So this is daily structure. No, what did I have? What did I mention before I added structure onto the chart? I told you guys that I can look and see that this area is structure, right? It was just a matter of me being precise as to which part exactly it is, right? So I have it. This is it here. What did I have here? I have a breaker structure. So price brought to the upside. But if you look and see what price did, it never came back down and retested structure, you know? So we didn't get a retest, right? This is a retest here happening now. This is a retest here happening, right? Before the market heads to the upside. Good. So now that we know that from the daily time frame, we know that we had a breaker structure ever since the 9th of July 2020. And we're now getting the retest here, the 2nd of February 2022, right? We know that on the daily time frame, price is gonna look to push up. So let's scale in 4-hour time frame next. Okay. So what do we have? We have price moving flat for quite some time, tried to break to the upside, wasn't successful, came back down, tried to break to the downside, then it gave us a retest and is back into this zone, this consolidation, right? So can I know from the daily time frame for the breakout and the retest that price is gonna go up, but what can I trade here? There's nothing that I can trade to take the move to the upside on the 4-hour time frame because I don't have structure in this. This is not structure. This doesn't give me structure. The only way I could trade this on the 4-hour time frame is if I wait for price to do this. Either give me a break to the upside, breaking that last 4-hour high, and a continuation up, or breaking price this low to the downside, giving me a breakout retest and a continuation down. That's so far away. You would have to wait for that. I'm not saying it wouldn't work, but you have to wait some time, right? So let's scale in 1-hour time frame. Okay, do we have some structure on the 1-hour time frame? We don't. Price was here, creating these lows for quite some time, and then it's coming up now to give us a 1-hour high. There's no farming at 1-hour high, right? So can I use the 1-hour time frame right now to look for net entry? No. Why? Because for the 1-hour time frame, I would need this low to break, or I have to wait for a price to finish, complete this high, and then look for that high to break. Alternatively, I would have to look for the previous high, which is here, to break before I can get a 1-hour trade. All right, still so far away. It doesn't give me anything right now to work with. So I'm gonna scale into the 15-minute time frame. See if I can identify some structure there. Okay, so on the 15-minute time frame is showing me that I have, starting from here, I have a 15-minute high. I'm gonna put it in a different color so to not confuse you. I have a 15-minute low, right? Price came, give us a breakout, retest, continued up, right? We have a 15-minute high here, a 15-minute low there. So price give us a breakout, retest, continuation up. And then it gave us a 15-minute high up here. Now I'm gonna be very honest with you, right? I add all these lines, but what I'm saying is that as a beginner, if you're trying to understand the market, practice the lines, but you don't need them all. As time go on, you'll recognize, you know what? I don't need all of that. No, what's important to me. I had a breakout here. This was some structure. So price consolidated for some time. Everybody could see that. Let me box that in. So we have some consolidation, which is structure. Price gave us a breakout here, and it never retested here. We didn't get a retest. So if I am looking now for a trade on Euro USD, right, until it makes up its mind what it's going to do on the bigger time frames, you can get this. Wait for a retest here. Catch you move to the upside. Right? To that 4-hour structure. So if you're looking to take a trade on Euro USD, wait for this. Right? I'm going to highlight that. Potential trade. Okay? Everybody understand this?
Yes.
Yes, it's clear.
Fantastic. All right, so let's move on. So I'm gonna do the same for GBP USD. Right? GBP USD starting from the daily time frame. No, I'm gonna do a little less talking in this one because I want to see if you guys are paying attention. I'm gonna ask questions instead. So on GU on the daily time frame, prices have already given me clear direction, right? I can see it, you know, at points we were in a downtrend, and then for me, prices is actually went flat, consolidation. Why? We have mountain tops that are at the same level and valleys at basically at the same level too. So price is moving within this consolidation here. But let's identify structure. Okay. So I need to start before that bit of consolidation. So I'm going to start from this uptrend here. And I'm going to come down. Mountain top, valley, mountain top. Oh, sorry. Let me put it back in black for you guys. Right? Mountain top, valley, mountain top. We already have that. Valley. Mountain top here. Valley, mountain top, just in the same area. Mountain top out here. Don't need these little ones here as yet. Actually, I can put it here. Mountain top there. All right, valley. Don't need that one. And I think we're good to go as I follow through. Because as I said, this is in consolidation. Okay. So on the daily time frame, what can I see? If I look at what has happened with price recently, right? So I have price was all in this area. All right. Price was failing to break this structure here. Rejection, rejection, rejection. And then we have a breakout. Price brought to the upside. Okay, so we had a break to the upside. We had a strong breakout. Price moved away from structure, came all the way around. And what did it do? Question at you. What did price do? What's happening? We had a break of structure. So what's happening?
Retest.
Everybody agree?
Yes.
Yes.
People in the back, y'all agree? Okay. So we have a retest. And everybody can see we have the retest here. Same zone. Rejection, 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 breakout, retest. So if I have a retest here on the daily time frame, tell me what's your projection with GBP USD? No.
Long.
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 Continue
Okay.
to the upside.
Continue to the upside. Fantastic. All right. So let's scale in. Let's scale in. Let's get some structure on the forward time frame. Let's see if we can look at potentially catching a move with GBP USD, right? Because we know that's going long. Okay. Anything that we missed from the daily time frame, we'll get on the 4-hour in terms of structure, right? So I have 4-hour low here. All right. I have a 4-hour high here. It's actually here. So price. So from here, so looking at assessing the area that price is currently in is what you want to do. Don't worry about all the other lines, right? Those will help you with take profit points over time. So you don't worry about those right now. But we have a 4-hour high here. Price rejected this area, came back, and it gave us a break of structure. We have a break of structure here. So if we have a break of structure here, then this is the retest here for the break of structure that we had. Everybody agrees?
Yes.
Fantastic. So we had the retest here. Now we know that price is going up because we had the retest and continuation now to the upside. So I want to look for an opportunity to participate in this long position, right? So I need to look for structure in this area here so that I can also move up with the market. So I can't find the structure on the 4-hour time frame, but the 4-hour time frame gave me the bigger picture. It showed me that I had a break of structure here, retest, and price pushed up. So let's drop down to the 1-hour time frame. The 1-hour time frame is telling me that the last mountaintop was here, right? And we had a break to the upside there. Is this what I am going to use right now to get my long position in terms of a retest? No. Your question would be, but why, coach? My answer to you would be that price took off and never filled any of this area. You don't want to get in expensive. You don't want to try to get into the trade expensive. So when I say it never filled any of the area, when price is moving, it's going to break, retest, continue. Break, retest, continue. Different zones. It's always going to create mountain tops. It's always going to create valleys. In this move to the upside, can you say safely on the 1-hour time frame that price created mountain tops and valleys based on what you're seeing on the MACD?
No.
Are you right? So on the 1-hour time frame, price is creating one big mountain top. Look at this. It's not completed as yet. So all of this is structure that's being formed on the 1 hour time frame. So we can't look for a buy on this time frame. We need to scale in some more. Let's go on the 15-minute time frame. And on the 15-minute time frame, price is showing. I'm going to move this one and change it to blue. Right? Price is showing us that we have some consolidation here first before price broke to the upside. That consolidation is your structure. I'm going to bring it down to here. This was structure, right? Structure. Okay, all of this, right? That's structure. So, and then after that, the 15-minute never created structure until no, it's no actually starting to create some structure. So if I'm looking for a trade on GU, right? I want to look for a retest around structure. I want price to come down, right? I want price to come down. There's a reason why I didn't put it at the I didn't put it at structure itself, but that's when we get a bit advanced and we start talking about imbalance candles. But this is a wrong structure. So I want to see price come into the zone and I could get a nice retest. I would take it for a long. All right. And what I mentioned previously about don't worry about all of those lines because you can use those as take profit points, right? When you see me put a long or short position on a trade and the long or short position is 100 pips, 120 pips, excuse me, 150 pips, that's because I'm using structure. So those lines, it might look like a lot to you right now, and I encourage you to practice them because those lines give you take profit points. Those lines help you with a TP. They help you to understand the direction of the trade. They help you with the take profit. They help you in so many different areas. So these lines are important. It is important for you to practice structure. If you don't practice structure, right, and you're not strong with identifying structure, I am telling you, you're going to struggle in trading. Regardless of what strategy is out there in the market, structure is a fundamental part of being successful in this industry, in this business. You have to master this. It gives you direction. It gives you points of interest for take profits, for stop losses, for understanding where the market is going next. It tells you a whole lot. It allows you to plan. Okay? So this is my analysis on GU. Wait for that price to come into this zone and they're looking to take a buy. Good. That's GBP USD. Let's look at odd USD. Actually, then remove my stuff here. Move it now. So I'm gonna ask questions in this now. I'm gonna start to market the charts. I'm gonna ask questions. All right. I am going to use this uptrend for structure. Okay, so based on the lines that I just put on the chart, do you agree that I would have identified structure on the daily time frame?
Yes.
People in the back?
Yeah.
Everybody agree?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go down to the 4-hour time frame. Actually, sorry. Let me go back to the daily time frame. Okay. So now I would admit that this may be a little difficult for you guys to see in terms of a break, retest, and a continuation, but that's basically what we have, right? So I won't ask you about that, but you do have a break of structure, price coming all the way around, give you a retest, and be looking for price to go to the upside, right? So I'm gonna scale in 4-hour time frame. Let's get some 4-hour structure.
That was the only structure that was there. If you go back to the table,
In this zone,
yeah, that was the only place that was structured because I'm looking at the portion to the top. I'm thinking that that is structure.
in here,
No, further up, like
here.
yeah.
Yeah, so we got some structure here. We got this daily high, come down, we got this daily low, come back up, we got this daily high, and then price came down and gave us the daily low here. See that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame looks to me as if we filled in everything, which is good. No, 4-hour time frame, right? We know two things. We have two things happening here. Right? We had a break out to the downside and a retest here. I don't want you to get too distracted by this. Yes, we have a retest. Yes, price is gonna sell. Remember on the daily time frame, we got a retest and we look into long, right? So in the 4-hour time frame, I don't have any structure in this zone here. I want to see what price is telling me. Let me drop down to the 1-hour time frame. I don't have any structure in this move either on the 1-hour time frame, right? So I'm gonna drop down to the 15-minute time frame. Okay. So we have high here, we have low there, good. So we had a break of structure here, right? Break of structure, breakout, retest, look to long. That is what you're looking for on the 15-minute time frame. Everybody sees that?
Yeah.
Everybody agree?
Yes. Yes.
Sharon,
Yes, please.
you agree?
I drop off just now. I gotta sit down.
All right.
Everybody see the breaker structure.
Retest to happen now. So you wait for that retest to happen and then you could look to long. All right, so my analysis on this is that. Again, let me go on to NZUSD. So I want to finish these measures before the time is up. Okay. So daily time frame, I'm gonna practice the same thing. A little less talking. Want you guys to follow, and as I mark them up, you should be either saying on this call, so unmute yourself and talk and say things out loud. Be interactive. Follow on with me. This one is easy. This one is easy, guys. Look, I don't even have to put anything on the charts yet. This one is easy. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to ask you what it is that you think I am seeing.
Mountaintop.
What am I
Mountaintop.
seeing here?
Mountaintop.
Fracture.
Good.
Fracture.
Then he
Fantastic.
break up and he going to the upswing.
Right. And then what's happening now?
Retest and then up.
Fantastic. And that's without me putting any lines on the chart. That's why I told you guys, clear your chart, because sometimes, right, when you go in with all markets that you had and stuff like that, you don't see a clear picture with the chart telling you, So just like when you're studying for exams or you're doing an assignment, back in the day, your parents would tell you, get some rest, get back up and look at it with some fresh eyes, or read over your work with some fresh eyes, because you might start to see some things that you didn't see before. Same thing, same strategy applies. Clear your chart at least once a week. Do it on some days. You see, when myself on Iceberg send out charts, you could use that as your, the, what you would call it when you go in school now? Not correction paper. Use it as that. So market your charts, and then with Iceberg and myself send out our markups on a Sunday. Look and compare, and that is when questions would come. But yeah, expect questions at that point in time. Send your charts in the Pits and Charts group, right? Charts that look good to you, that you think is a good setup for the week. Just like myself and Iceberg do the same thing. It might be four favorites that you have, maybe 10 favorites, might be 2, may just be 1. Send them. Don't worry about if Sharon sent out her 10 and yours is the same, or look, I want to see them. I want to make sure you guys understanding this. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the reason why some of you guys are not catching on to this, and why I may feel that you guys may struggle to get this, is because I don't see your work. So when I come and I do a session, and some of you guys may ask the same questions, or you may come and say, well, you don't understand this, or you may ask me privately. For me, the first thing I start to think to myself is, well, I can't see your work. So how can I help you if I can't see your work? Telling me that you don't understand all the time doesn't help me. But show me that you at least understand something, so that it gives me something to work with, and I can go from there. And I can say, okay, well, this person struggling a bit with understanding structure, need to work a little more on that. This person struggling a bit to understand the difference between weak breakouts and strong breakouts, you need to work a little more on that. This person struggling to understand or to identify imbalance candles, need to work a little more on that. But if you don't send me nothing, and every session that we do, Iceberg, myself, Delano, even Kamar, every session that we do, you just say, well, you don't understand, or you don't know, or whatever the case may be, we can't help you if you don't show us something, right? Then trust, we want to help, because we're giving you our time every single week, right? So if we didn't want to help, we won't be giving you our time. So we want to help you, and the only way we can help you is if you send charts, mark up the charts, send them. Right? I don't want to start speaking like Iceberg. Mark your charts. Right? So I can start from here. Structure. So mountain tops, valley. Mountaintop. Valley is here. Mountaintop is here. Valley down here. Mountaintop is here. Boom. That's it. Done. Don't need anything else, right? And before I even added these horizontal lines on the chart, I already told you guys, because I train my eyes to understand structure and to see it. Sometimes I don't even need the lines. I already know structure when I see it because I practice. I spend time on the charts every single week. So I knew it, right? So you had a breakout, retest, right? Good. So now that we have the retest, what we're looking for, we're looking to see if we could get a move to the upside. Let's scale in 4-hour time frame. So price rejected, starting to go up. Can I use this to trade right now? No. We don't have any structure in this move. Price just went all the way down and starting to go all the way back up. So let's scale in some more. 1-hour time frame. Right? Can I use this? I could. I have a 1-hour high here, 1-hour low there, but I can't use this to plan a trade right now. So we're gonna scale in again, 15-minute time frame. Okay, now we have some structure that we can use. Right? 15-minute time frame, structure, breakout. You had a break of structure, price went all the way around. What are we expecting now? A retest. Once we get that retest, take price to the upside. Right? Analysis for NZUSD. Wait for this. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, everybody with me? Everybody understand? You see how I break it down? You see how I scaling?
Yes.